UK snow forecast. Britain set for foot of heavy snow next week and coldest freeze for decade. The entire nation is on heightened alert for a savage winter blast to unleash chaos amid warnings. Cold weather so far has only been a taste of things to come. Forecasters, heath experts and safety campaigners have sounded alarm bells to be prepared and stock up ahead of extreme weather after the weekend. Roads, motorways and bridges are likely to be hit by delays and closures, with disruption expected at airports and on transport networks. Heavy snow will blanket Scotland, Wales and most of England from midweek, with powerful Arctic gales threatening blizzards and mammoth snow drifts. A powerful jet stream will swerve over Greenland, northern Canada and the North Pole before diving directly over Britain, bringing the fury of the Arctic with it. Freezing temperatures threaten to hold out for weeks, meaning swathes of the country could be left under inches of snow through February. Thermometers will plummet on Sunday night, bringing lows of 10 C, 14 F, in parts before the mercury tumbles steadily through the week. Daytime temperatures could dip to 10 C, 14 F, in Scotland, with lows of 7 C, 19.4 F, forecast across central England, and 3 C, 26.6 F, in the far south. Bitter winds and lying snow will make it feel close to 15 C, 5 F, overnight in the north as the south touches 9 C, 15.8 F. Scotland and northern England are in the firing line for the heaviest snowfall, although experts warn a nationwide whiteout is possible. Britain could be facing the most severe winter freeze since 2010-11, which brought record low temperatures and widespread chaos. Snowfall will turn heavier and more widespread after the weekend, with much of the country at risk by next Wednesday. Extreme winter conditions will hold out through the week, with some long-range forecasters warning of a month-long Arctic lockdown. Piers Corbyn, forecaster for Weather Action, said, "We are keeping a very close eye on developments next week, with a major bout of severe wintry weather in the forecasts. We expect the northern half of the country to be hit by severe and disruptive snowfall, with very strong winds from the north bringing blizzard conditions. We currently think half of the country will be affected, but we could see snow widely, and if the system does sink further south it will be very severe across the whole of Britain." He blamed a freak burst of solar activity during an otherwise quiet period, a so-called R4 stage, for firing up the jet stream and opening to floodgates to the Arctic. Next week's freeze could be the most severe to hit the country since the big freeze of 2010-11, he added. "It is a very powerful combination of factors which is going to drive the upcoming weather," he said. "The jet stream is very strong at the moment, and that is because although we are in an R4 period of solar activity, we are seeing a burst of solar activity. This will cause wild swings in the jet stream and alter the air pressure difference across the UK, strengthening northerly winds and increasing precipitation, which in this case will be snow. We could see 6 inches to a foot of snow widely, and even more gathering in places where strong winds have allowed deep snow drifts to form. It is going to be a very interesting period of weather." James Madden, forecaster for Exacta Weather, said Britain is about to be hit by a relentless onslaught of snowy downpours. Blizzard conditions are forecast as far south as London through the start of February, with deep snow settling to low ground, he warned. He said, "A barrage of snow events awaits us throughout the rest of this month, with the first notable snow events expected next week. There is a risk for a total whiteout across the country as a number of major snow events hit our shores. This risk really kicks in at the start of next week. We expect to see blizzard conditions and potential accumulations from Tuesday through to Friday across the northern half of the country. Even parts as far south as London are at risk for some notable snow or blizzards, with accumulations to many lower levels of the country too. The problem we are facing is with temperatures remaining at below average for the foreseeable, and with lots of snow set to fall over the next several days, and this means that any snow that does fall is likely to stay on the ground or freeze for anything from several days to even weeks in places. Safety campaigners have warned to check up on relatives and neighbors with vulnerable people such as the elderly and those with health conditions, advised to prepare now for the weather." Malcolm Booth, chief executive of the National Federation of Occupational Pensioners, NFOP, added, "A cold snap can be very traumatic, especially if it arrives after a period of milder weather and catches people unawares. It is important to follow the advice and keep warm. Weather patterns change at this time of year and that can catch people out, but whenever there are warnings for very cold weather ahead, it is worth stocking up on basics so there is something warm to eat and will save you having to venture out in the worst of the weather. The Met Office said snow and rain will spread across the country from Tuesday as strong winds batter northern regions. A spokesman said, outbreaks of snow and coastal rain will spread eastwards across England and Wales on Tuesday. Many may then be drier on Wednesday, however further rain and snow may arrive from the northwest later. Thereafter, much of this period will remain colder than normal, with the risk of snow as frontal systems bump into the cold air across the UK. In between, there will be a mixture of sunny spells and wintry showers with the strongest winds in the north and west, although where winds are lighter overnight there will be some severe frost. The killer winter of 2010-11 saw temperatures dive below average through December and January and brought heavy snowfall across Britain. It was the coldest December for 100 years with the highest number of air frosts compared to the previous 50 years, according to Met Office records. Widespread snowfall in December 2010 brought traffic to a standstill and sparked chaos at airports around the country.